Hi, I'm Tanya Villanueva Tepper, and welcome to Soaring Spirits. Today I'm talking to all of you who are recently widowed. And here at Soaring Spirits, we define that as anyone who's been widowed between 1 and 3 years. We like to kind of separate the stages of time in grief because we believe that each stage presents different challenges as well as opportunities for growth and healing that are best met when you have others who are going through the same time frame. I came to Soaring Spirits because I was widowed on September 11th, 2001, when my fiance Sergio answered the call to the World Trade Center. He was a firefighter who never came home. And needless to say, it was really awful to be a part of this worldwide tragedy. But at the same time, there were many gifts in it. And I think the biggest gift that I received was that I had an instant community of others who were experiencing loss for the same reasons and at the same time. And being a member of the Fire Department of New York community, I was also very fortunate because they recognized very early on the importance of giving access to all of us family members to resources for counseling. In particular, there was a counseling unit which was set up where we had pretty much unlimited one-on-one counseling with very skilled and empathetic grief counselors. And they also set up peer support groups. So when I finally accepted that Sergio wasn't going to come home, his remains were never found, I signed up to be in a widow support group. I actually was in two groups. And those groups were a lifeline for me. Without the women that I met during that time, I don't think I would have been able to have moved forward as well as I did. If that's a word you can say when you're in grief, but yeah, as well as I did. It was just so helpful to know that I wasn't alone and to have all of those feelings of sorrow and trauma and grief validated with others who truly got it. So I was in those groups for almost 3 years. I have since met my current husband, Ray. I moved to Miami in 2003. I became a biker chick. I met him in a gas station. We got married in 2006. We have 2 daughters. We're living happily even after. And I was a part of this documentary project called Rebirth, which followed 9 of us over almost 10 years, 9 of us who were affected by September 11th. And once that documentary was released, I started to hear from other widows that seeing my story helped them. And so I knew that it was time for me to kind of pay forward all of the support that I received in my early days of widowhood. So here I am. So I just wanted to talk to you about some of the challenges that widows between 1 and 3 years face. And in doing so, I hope I can validate that whatever it is that you're feeling is kind of normal. First, it's this expectation, especially after the first year, that you should be feeling better. And not only do you give yourself that pressure, you're getting it from other people as well. Well, you should be better by now. Aren't you feeling better? When the truth is that the reality of your loved one not being there has really started to kick in, and you're feeling lonelier now more than you were that first year. Because that first year you were just still in shock and you were trying to deal with the business of grief while trying to restabilize your life, you know, whether you had to make a move or figure out finances or support for your children. I mean, there's a lot of business that has to go on that first year, and people are around to help you through that. And then once that is all over, the second year hits and you're faced with the reality that your loved one's not there with you physically anymore, the fear of what the future holds for you. What are you going to do next? How are you going to move forward? All of this is very normal. And you might be feeling like you're crazy, that, you know, you were feeling good for 2 weeks and then all of a sudden you just can't stop crying for another week. This is where community is so important, because when you share all of these feelings, you will see that you're not the only one feeling that way. And having it validated not only gives you comfort, it also gives you the encouragement to know that you're not doing this alone and that you can move forward with the support of other people who are feeling the same way. So I want you to really feel that deep in your soul, that whatever it is that you're feeling now between 1 and 3 years, the ups and the downs, the how can I feel happy again when I have so much sorrow still, that's all normal. And again, having it validated by others who are going through it or who have gone through it is going to be so helpful for you. It's going to give you comfort. It's going to give you validation. And above all, reassurance that you're not alone and you're not going crazy. I also want to stress to you the importance of self-care still. You know, please take extra special care of yourself, of your physical self. You know, try and get as much sleep as you can, because grief every day is hard work. And when you don't sleep well, you're not going to be able to do the things that you would like to do as easily. Okay, so try and get sleep. If you can't get a good night's rest at nighttime, a full night's rest, try and find breaks during the day where you can unwind. And I encourage you also to just do something for yourself every day that brings you some sense of comfort or hope or peace or joy or laughter. Any of those things, and you'll see that over time, you're going to want to do more of that. And this is how life moves forward, and you start to feel the burden of grief lessen over time. It's when you do these things that are good for you. So still, I encourage you to take extra special care of yourself. I encourage you to reach out for support. And I just want to break down what that support here at Soaring Spirits looks like. We have the Widowed Village, which is an online forum. There you'll find message boards and videos and discussions about every topic under the sun related to the widowhood experience. It's categorized by grief or circumstance or situation, and just again being able to connect with others who get it, who can validate whatever it is that you're feeling. I assure you that you're going to feel better doing so. If you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're spinning on a topic in your head, you're anxious about something, or maybe an anniversary is coming back, check out the Widow's Voice blog. You know, type in the search bar whatever topic it is that you're concerned about. Maybe you're mourning the fact that you're not able to have kids, you know, with your loved one, like I was. There are posts written about that. Or maybe you're worried about your kids who are grieving and are acting out. Do a little bit of search on that, kids with grief, and I'm sure you're going to find topics, that topic written about. And the writers are so skillful that when they do write, whatever it is will resonate with you and make you feel a little less alone. I also want to encourage you to check out Camp Widow. Hopefully we'll be able to do live in-person events again soon, but until then we do have our virtual camps in the works, and we would love to see you there. It is a great opportunity to see people's faces and to be able to talk in real time Although you're not going to be able to get the hugs that we love to give in person at camp, you'll still be able to feel a connection to others. And lastly, the regional groups. If you go to the page for regional groups and type in your city, you should see some groups pop up. And if not, you can email Susan, and she will be able to steer you to the closest one. For now, we have a bunch of virtual regional groups set up. So even if it's something that's not physically close to you, you can still connect with other people virtually. So that is, I think, a wealth of resources for you to tap into. We look forward to connecting with you and meeting you and encouraging you and supporting you. And hopefully we'll all be able to meet in person one day soon. Until then, may you feel comfort and hope and peace in knowing that you're not alone and we're here for you. Thank you.